I want to make sure that you understand to start with that I'm not a war hero. I think war heroes were either wounded or killed or taken prisoner or something like that. None of that happened to me. I came home safely and everything was all right. I took the plane over, dropped the bombs, and brought the plane and the crew back. That was my job, and I did it. I also want to point out that I was not a professional soldier and had no desire to be. I was a citizen soldier, like my ancestors in many wars before, all the way back to the Revolution. So we were assigned to the 306 Bomb Group, 368th Squadron, at Thurlai. We started flying missions pretty soon after we got to the base.
You have the high squadron, you have the low squadron, and the middle squadron. You flew in a formation basically like this. The tighter you flew, and the reason for tight formation is that the fighters could not go through your formation and break it up, which they would attempt to do.
I always thought that flak was more dangerous than fighters were, because you could see a fighter coming and you could shoot back, but you never knew when you might get hit by the flak shell, and there was lots of it. They used to say the flak smoke was so thick you could walk on it up there, and it was almost true.
Well, anti-aircraft is like going down a bumpy road with a car with no shock absorbers on it, and every time the thing would go off, you'd be bumping, jump, up and down. I mean, you're going this way, you're going right, you're going left, you're going up and down.
German fighters were a big problem, I'll tell you. And there were a lot of them. And these guys have been flying since 1939. And they had the tactics down perfect. They'd come right at you, roll over, come on out, come back up again.
It amazed me that one of these guys could take a ME-109 and fly right through the middle of your group. You knew that they were showing off. They were trying to scare the heck out of you, and they were doing it.
There was a group of German fighters, yellow-nosed fock wolves, the Abbeville kids, we call them. Those guys were sharp, really sharp.
The fighters were pressing their attack even through their own flank, which we had never experienced before. And it's such a desperate attempt to drive us off the target.
Another 110 at 10 o'clock.
A little friend would come up and say, "Big friend, I'm with you." They had wing tanks, and you'd be watching them, and if you could see a glitter of the light, you knew that they were dropping their wing tanks, which means that they saw bogeys, and we'd tune in on them, and you would hear them yell with glee as they'd go after those guys.
Right, I'm leader here. Watch it, fellows. 109 to 10 o'clock.
Everything was planned about dropping bombs accurately. And if you screwed that up, there was no point of going. You were exposing people to danger without accomplishing anything. So the crucial part of the mission was those last minutes as you approached the target, and we would turn the plane over to the control of the lead bombardier.
All right, Steve.
I don't think we could have won it without the B17 or something by another name that did the same thing that a B17 did. And there was no other plane at the time that could do that.
17s came back with some of the most horrible damage you've ever seen. Almost broken in two, some of them, but they'd get back and they'd land. They could take more punishment, I think, than any other bomber aircraft.
Some of the crew urged me to buzz the airfield in celebration if we returned. I decided, well, they had a rough tour and I was going to give them a buzz job. The plane was really lower than the top of the tower, and I could see the people observing in the tower hit the deck.
Everyone that I've known that flew in a B-17 was just proud as punch about the unit in its entirety. It's a good engine, it's a good unit, it's a good plane.
Don't talk about the weather.
It's a military secret.
Just keep your wits together.
That's the safest way to keep it. These are critical times. Be careful of espionage.
In such critical times, you gotta watch out for sabotage.